For the third time this decade, the TV companies that broadcast the Premier League have their final day wish a title race that goes down to the wire. And for the third time, the drama on the final Sunday will involve Manchester City. It's typical City that success should come with a few palpitations along the way. Last season's strut to the title and a century of points is the anomaly when it comes to silverware in City. Pep Guardiola's side were magnificent a year ago, but usually trophies that come to the Etihad arrive via a dramatic denouement and a significant helping of uncertainty. City have been equally as impressive as last term, if not more so, this season, but they've been pushed all the way by Liverpool. "13 successive wins, many of them tense, have taken them to the hill of a title defense. Now they just have to scramble over it. When the Blues ended their 44-year title drought in 2011-12, they did so in circumstances that will never be repeated. Edin, Dzeko and Sergio Agueroooooo rescued City from the depths of despair against QPR. Two years later, the 2-0 win over West Ham at the Etihad to hold off Liverpool was much more routine. The class of 2018-19 will be hoping the omens of a title battle with the red half of Merseyside are good ones on the south coast on Sunday. City will take an afternoon as comfortable as that one against the Hammers, rather than a 90 minutes against QPR that ended in ecstasy but put all involved through an emotional wringer. Having come this far through that perfect haul of 39 points from a possible 39, City are understandably huge favourites to become the first side in a decade to defend their crown. It would be a mighty achievement and one that deserves a coronation in Brighton as comfortable as an afternoon stroll along the beach. In that regard, Guardiola will have been delighted to see Kevin De Bruyne back in training this week and in contention for a return from another injury against the Seagulls. While this season could yet end in a historic domestic treble for the Blues, it's been a campaign laced with frustration for last year's Player of the Season. That City stand on the brink of a place in the record books when they've done so much of it without De Bruyne, says plenty for the squad depth established and the ability of players to come to the fore when required. City have started 37 games without their talisman of a year ago this season. De Bruyne has twice been absent with knee injuries and now twice with muscle strains. His latest injury, a hamstring problem picked up in the Premier League win over Tottenham in April, arrived just as the 27-year-old was beginning to scale last season's peaks. There had been 6 assists in his previous 3 games and a performance against Spurs in the Champions League quarter-final second leg that would have gone down in Etihad folklore had the night not ended in heartbreak. City's defense has edged him to a position of control in this title race, with 11 clean sheets in those 13 straight wins. But 5 of their last 10 victories in the Premier League have been by a 1-0 scoreline. While City have looked in control for most of those games, it is a margin to make the heart flutter when a title is on the line. If Guardiola can call on De Bruyne at the Amex and he can quickly rediscover the form of April, then he might just be the man to soothe nerves. Few players in this squad have the level of composure that De Bruyne does, and if he can unlock the Brighton defense with his usual precision, it could set City on their way to a repeat of the final day stroll of 2013-14.